Alright, so now that I've lost a single match, I have to win out the next three. Mind you, I lose a match, I'm done. So, this is a really good hand. By the way, guys, if you don't subscribe, I don't know that people are watching. It's not that difficult to subscribe. I don't even think you have to do anything. You just have to click like follow or whatever it is on YouTube. This hand, by the way, is pretty nuts. I have my bomb 6 mana 4/4 flyer with protection from breach through miss. So can't really argue with that. I got my Ashmouth Fiend, is the name of it. Got my pump spell. He's green white, so he's probably like a super heavy aggro happy time deck. I don't know what. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Does anyone remember when that card was a pack one, pick one? Oh, this is a blowout. I should play Evolve. This gives me an opportunity to play Evolving Wilds, because I don't have to use all my mana this turn. I get to... yeah, I think that's like the pure definition of a 2-for-1. And I get to fetch for a land, then I could play Frontier Siege if I would like. Alright, he played that out, I don't care. Gonna search for, I think, a forest. No, mountain makes more sense. I have the ability to get more green sources than I do. I have the ability to get more green sources than I have to get red sources. And I already have a swamp, so that's all I need. I don't think he can block there. And I'm going to play this out. I mean, I get 2 mana per turn. It's obviously not the dream scenario. But, because I mean, like, double green in my deck really doesn't help much. But it should help me out in later turns, hopefully. I don't know. Should if I know how this format works, because people are crazy. Alright, so that's 6 mana. I can do a lot with 6 mana, can't I? I can give all my dudes double strike. Problem is that everything in my hand costs like red, so kind of effed in the A there. I could just play out the 6/6, or what I could do is I can... No, I don't want a Tormenting Voice yet. This is a difficult one. I could play out the dash creature as a non-creature with dash, but then that takes away the whole dash creature dynamic that my deck so eloquently brings to the table. By the way, once I finally get done with these videos, I am immediately going to start posting this sweet Legacy Daily win with Omniscience. Oh, I love Omniscience. I'm just going to play out my 4/4 flyer. I mean, it's the best card I have. It sets me up to swing in the air for lethal next turn, because Atarka's command plus my 4/4 attacking would kill him, in theory. But just in theory. And as we all know, a theory does not become something. I don't remember science. Alright, so that thing is good, kind of scary, but it doesn't kill me. Doing does kill him is double strike. Alright, so I'm going to add 2 green. I have 7 mana. What can I do with this 7 mana? What would a smarter man than me do with 7 mana? That's the question. What I could do is I could play out the dash creature, Attack his command. Give all my dudes +1/+1, make him lose 1 life. He takes 4, probably blocks 1. Takes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Puts him at 3, and then he can't attack. But that just doesn't seem like fun. While he's tapped out, I would rather get in 8 damage in the air at minimum. So I think he has to block here. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It would put him at 2 if he didn't block. I mean, he could choose not to block. I mean, it's his right as a human being. Okay, so he didn't block. He'd rather be at 2 against a deck that plays burn spells and has a 4/4 flyer that he has yet to deal with. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I gotta read on that card. There's a lot of different things that could happen. I think the only thing that kills me here is the gain 6 life draw card that no one ever plays, so I don't have to worry about it. Alright, that's fine. So he's got a blocker. But what he doesn't know is that, oh, that's actually pretty sick tech right there, if you think about it. Yep, he's tapped down my already tapped creatures. That's good. I mean, it's difficult to pull that one off with a straight face. Alright, I'm gonna add 2. And I think I just can dash in my dude, or I could just Atarka's command him here and not even worry about. Well, I don't have to show him Atarka's command, and that's the best part about it. So, what the consensus I've come to is that I'm not a big fan of Whisperer in this deck. I think a basic Forest is just better than an O2 when he has a bunch of, 2X's in his deck. I do have a lot of guys on the ground that could block, like 1/6 black dudes. That sounded kind of racist, I apologize. I have... God, I kind of want to like add blue to this deck and just cut a color entirely. Or just play 4 colors, because that's just how I roll. But luckily that match I drew 1 of 2 removal spells in my deck. So if I needed to, I could probably cut Frontier Siege. I mean, it was alright that match, but it wasn't great. I mean, my deck is not very heavy green, although it looks that way. The green is all single green except for 1 card, which is a combat trick, and you can't use Frontier Siege for a combat trick. So, by the way, if you're playing Legacy and you go turn 1 Leyline of Sanctity and your opponent scoops the match, you should laugh heartily. Ha ha ha. Okay, this is a semi-keepable hand. I already won game 1. It's risky, but if I draw 1 singular forest, which I just added to the deck, mind you. Nope, that is not a forest. I will have to draw a forest next turn. I do have a 3/3 blocker. A dude that could fetch lands. Alright, that's not good. What do I pitch here? Yeah, the 5/1 hexproof against all of his 2/1s and making creatures larger cards. Come on, land. Land! Yes. Not the right color, but I don't have to discard, and really, in the end, that's all that matters. Plus, I mean, a 3rd land in this format, you can cast any of your morph creatures. Alright, off color. But I'm getting closer to my legendary dragon with flying, haste, and dash. And double strike plus flying, haste, and dash is pretty good. I mean, I've just heard that. I think Channel Fireball had an entire thing about that. Is not good. Green. Alright. Can I kill his dude? No, I cannot. Shit. Okay, this is going to be a lot more difficult than I originally thought. I can play... shit. The 3/3 is alright, but if I get another land, I can attempt to race him. Although racing just does not seem like the best option at the moment. I'm gonna put a forest on top. I need a forest. Forests are good. Protect our forest today. If I sound a little mucusy, had MMA class last night. I am busted up in the face, to be honest. Oh, that is just dirty. No. Alright, so now I see why his pool is good. It's good to know. I can block, and I think I will. I mean, he can make all of his mana. That's just like, that's disgustingly good, that combo, by the way. FYI. FTML, whatever it's called. And he's making one guy per turn, of which he can... Now, granted, if I get this game to go long enough, and I know that sounds odd, but if I get this game to go long enough, eventually he'll manifest and morph so many cards, I'll know everything in his deck. So, I kind of like that strategy. Although his creature's getting huge, I cannot kill it. My 2 removal spells do not kill his creature. I can give my guy double strike and swing it. I don't think he can kill me next turn. But giving a dude vigilance and then allowing it to attack and bolster simultaneously, especially a dude that makes other dudes, that's just busted. Like, that's how you like dream up how your deck works. Now, in this case, I can fight my dude with his dude. Problem is, I don't know if that morph costs 3 or 4. I think it costs 4. No, actually, wait, it costs 3, right? 3 to flip, 1/1 counter? No, they wouldn't make a common, that's 2 mana. Oh, that sucks. It's gonna bite me in the ass. Here I am thinking I've got, like, sick combo, and... Oh, this is gonna be a huge punt. It happens, you know, it's step 1 of winning at Magic, is read your cards. You'd be surprised how many people don't know how to do that. See, I'm tapping the mana, trying to flip it. Oh god, that's embarrassing. And to think I won game 1, and this guy's pool is pretty dirty. I should have just tapped out anyway. Put the fear of God in him. What the hell is he? What is that shit? Oh my god, come on. This is when I scoop. Unless I have a wrath effect that I, you know, put in from my binder into the deck. You know, I mean, it was GP cheating. Not GP, Pro Tour cheating. The last Pro Tour we had. So... Okay, so in this scenario, I have absolutely no way of killing his Whisperwood Elemental. He has another dragon. He has a way of making his shit bigger. I will concede and go to game 3. Alright, so he had one of those spiders. Alright, that Twin Bolt would have not done a lot. This is where I legitimately consider switching to blue, white, or just straight black, red. But I need to stick to what's gotten me to this point, and that's being reckless with disregard for human life. I think I mean, the deck, in theory, was fine. He just happened to have the most insane stuff ever. So I'm gonna cut that, add in that thing. It makes a 2/2 double strike manifest thing. Okay, now against this guy, Mob Rule is the greatest card ever made. I'm gonna crack here, but I'm not sure if that was the right decision. I mean, it was correct in terms of curve, because then I get to play out the 2/2. But sometimes you want to wait on Evolving Wilds to see maybe if you draw one of those lands that you could fetch for another land. It's just an old modern trick that people learn pretty quick. Alright, so I think the one from Innistrad that's the copy of this creature was if it blocks a creature too, it does damage. Like, it has super triple strike. What I need to do is stay alive till I get to 6 mana. Alright, that's good. That'll help me stay alive till I get to the mythical 6 mana that I need. My question is, should I block? And I think my clock is better than his, so... Damn. It's just getting into the worst part of allergy season. Watching the news early this morning, and they're like, pollen levels are high, and I'm like, no! Well, please be stuck on 2 lands. Normally when someone's stuck on 2 lands, you want to block, because this is probably their only threat. But next turn, if I get out my 5/5, 5/1, sorry, hexproof for 4, and my dude gets regeneration, all of a sudden this becomes a whole new world. Bring in Aladdin theme song. Let's see, anything good? Oh, he hit a land, you bastard. Bastardo. Yes, Tormenting Voice, exactly what I wanted here. The question is, what do I pitch? I think I pitched the Extort creature. Does that make the most sense? Or the 4/4 Flying Dragon that doesn't seem like it's getting cast anytime soon. The Extort dude could be useful. I'll leave it at that. But the 4/4 Flying Dragon is about 3 turns away from even hitting the board against a deck that's very aggressive. So I think that was the right choice. Now here I could play Guide. I could swing in with both, but I don't want to. If I have a creature would regenerate, and I think that's what my dude does when I get 8 power on the board. If I get a dude that regenerates, I pretty much win. So I'm going to fetch for a land here. What do I get? I get a mountain? I think that makes sense. Next turn I could dash in my dragon and swing in. I could block here. That seems fine. I'm guessing he has a combat trick to keep his guy alive. Yeah. That's fine. He did his job. He fought valiantly. Oh, that was retarded. So I'm just going to play this guy, and I have the option. Well, I mean, I'm just going to swing out. He's stuck on lands. That puts him at 2. And then he swings back for, what is that, 5, 7, putting me at 5. Either way, he can't put me at lethal here. So I feel pretty safe. And I think he has to even stay back, to be honest. Actually, he might be able to attack with the 5 power dude. And he might be able to attack with the 5 power guy. Nah, he's just gonna leave everything back. That's fine. Come on, 1 mana Mob Rule for the win. Yes. Mob Rule is the best card ever made. Just don't have a fog. Do not have a fog. Mob rule, bitches. Round 4.